So in this video we'll see the virtual lab for tensile test on mild steel. So we need to go to the nitk.vlabs.ac.in, and in that the experiment is tensile test on mild steel. So the objective of this experiment is to study the mechanical properties of mild steel with apparatus used as UTM, dial indicators, extensometer and scale and vernier calipers. So we need to click on this arrow. So next, the first step is to measure the initial diameter of the sample. So we have to click on this vernier caliper. So we can see that it has moved here and the diameter is measured as 12.55. So then in the next direction, again if we just click, so the diameter is measured and we get the average initial diameter as 12.55. So the next step is to measure the length of specimen. So when we click on this, we can see that the length is being measured as 192 mm. The next step, so punch marks to be made at this distance. So we can click on this hammer. You can see that initially the punch marks are made at a distance of 31.38 millimeter. So next the second punch mark is made. So then again the next one. So next we need to click. Again the next punch mark is made, and then the last punch mark is made. So once the punch marks are made, the next step is to insert the specimen in position and mount the extensometer on specimen. So first you have to click this so that it is lowered down. So then this specimen should be dragged and kept in position. So we have to drag it and keep it properly, so then it will be inserted in place. So now we can see that it has been inserted, and next it is mounted. So next we need to check the readings on the dials A and B of the extensometer. We need to keep it as 0. So you can click here so that it has become to 0, and then again here. So we can see that the least count is 0.01. So next step is to conduct the experiment. We need to first switch on. We can switch on the green button. So we can see that the load is gradually applied, and we can also see the extensometer reading. So now we can just scroll down and check that the load is increased and all the extensometer readings have been achieved. So once this is done, you can end the experiment. So click on the red button. So this data can also be downloaded. So next we can see the graph that is plotted between load versus the ivory scale reading. And next is a graph between load and extensometer reading. So we can also see the slope. We click on this. So next we have to join the two pieces to measure the diameter at the neck. So you click here, both these will be joined together. Again click on this vernier caliper. We can measure the diameter and it is 7.475 millimeter. So next the final length can also be measured. So just click on the vernier caliper. So between the punch marks, the final length is 86 mm. So using these observation, if you just click here, you'll get the initial diameter, length, punch mark, final length, final diameter, original cross section area, final cross section area. So using these calculations, we can calculate the yield stress, tensile strength and all of the values. So I'm just entering the calculations which have been made. So this is the yield strength value for mild steel. So then the tensile strength has been calculated like this. Then 210.69 is your modulus of elasticity value. Then we can calculate the percentage elongation by subtracting the initial length from the final length and converting into percentage. So we get it as 37.6, and then percentage reduction in area. So that is your initial area minus your final area which we have got. So that comes out to be 66. So after all these calculations, you can check whether the calculations are right by clicking on this button. And here you can see the difference between the actual value and the entered value and what is the percentage error. So this is how the tensile test on mild steel can be done using virtual labs. Thank you.